If you think your rifle's ammunition is limiting your accuracy, then this is the right video for you. Now, there are four main factors that must be controlled on a hunting rifle in order to have consistent accuracy. Those four factors are sight stability, rifle rigidity, shooter fundamentals, and ammunition compatibility. For today's test, we happen to know that the shooter behind the rifle is doing his job. We also know that the rifle is rigid and working properly. We also know that the sights are fixed because we showed you that in part one, because this rifle had some issues with the sights and we were able to get some new scope rings on it and fix the issue. Now we're testing some ammunition. I have some ammunition that I believed to be a bad batch. Whether it's the manufacturer that had low quality control, or it was something that I did to the ammunition, maybe bumping around in my truck over years or whatever, I just had a suspicion that I could get better accuracy out of my hand loads rather than the factory loads. One benefit of testing ammunition is if you get multiple tight groups with the same ammunition, you also proved that the other three factors are also under control, because it's impossible to get consistent tight groups all in the center of your target while having other shooting issues. As you can see, this group of hand loads performed wonderfully, just how I expected them. And as you can see on the left, we are going to have two shots that are almost in the same group size as the hand loads and one flyer. That flyer produced significantly more recoil than the other two shots. So to me, it seems like this particular batch has a quality control issue. I don't know what issues your rifle may have, but we will go over a diagnostic video later on in this series. I wanted to make sure I captured me shooting the factory ammunition on screen, so then that way I could just prove to you guys that I actually did shoot both groups. Now, a comment that I'll make is you'll actually be able to see some of my shooting fundamentals later on in this video clip. I actually thought I loaded 4 rounds of ammunition. I actually only loaded 3. So I end up pulling the trigger at the end of this video, genuinely thinking there's a round in the chamber. And you should do this as well. Have your buddy load up a rifle for you and test your shooting fundamentals and see if you jerk the trigger or not. You can see I follow through with the shot and don't move until after I've determined that the rifle has not gone off. So what do you do if no matter what, you just simply can't find ammo that doesn't work well for your rifle? This can be incredibly frustrating because if you go onto online forums, pretty much everybody's going to tell you what they told me. It must be your shooting fundamentals. But look at this target up here on the screen. Does that look like shooter fundamental issues to you? I don't know. Maybe I got lucky. But I can tell you what, with this particular rifle, I know I'm going to get more tight groups in the future. But when I first went down this journey with a different rifle years ago, I was told to focus on my fundamentals and that there could be no way that my rifle was inaccurate. I have since then been able to prove that that rifle has some accuracy limitations. It's not that the rifle isn't accurate, it's just not as accurate as other rifles. And my capability of shooting tighter groups with other rifles is obviously shown here in my particular demonstration. So one thing I would recommend for you is if you only have one rifle and you're not getting accurate groups, try to find somebody who is getting consistent and accurate groups with their rifle and shoot theirs and see if you get similar results, and vice versa. See if they can beat your results with your own rifle. If they can get tight groups from your rifle, but you can't, it might be a shooter fundamental issue, which we'll talk about in a different video. Please consider liking and subscribing. We appreciate your views, comments, and look forward to seeing you guys next time.